Time to strap in and get ready. The leaders in NRL Supercoach are incoming. Bringing you the ultimate insight to help you win your leagues and climb up the rankings. You're now listening to the Insight NRL Show with your hosts, Brain, Mattrix, and Whisperer.
Well, for many of you, this is the season done. A long preseason has finally been concluded for a lot of you head-to-head players. You overall sickos, you've still got one more week of hell to put up with. You're listening to the Insight Fantasy NRL Supercoach Show. I'm the SC Whisperer, joined by SC Mattrix. We are a man down. I believe that man is very deep into an NBA mock draft. He'll be joining us very shortly. Mate, we had all kinds of conundrums. You and I both didn't end up with a VC Walsh somehow. There's a very good story behind that. But before we get into that, how are you?
Oh, good. Big day. Oh, I got renos happening at home, so I've been sorting all of that, which probably explains my vice captain story a little bit. The great news is that mock that Braino's doing, I just won another mock. So, yeah, really good at winning mocks. Not real good at winning NBA seasons, but I tell you what, mocks, I can win, mate.
Yeah, of course. Getting a lot of love in the chat. Some people saying, thank you so much for helping you winning your head-to-head. That's what we do it for. Honestly, to see you guys have some wins, win some cash, it's absolutely unreal. So glad you've enjoyed the journey if you're a head-to-head player. Log off, get back your sanity. If you're an overall player, as I said, it's been, you've still got a week to go. But we are at the end of round 26. That means one round to go before we get into finals. And it was a very high-scoring round. Over on Twitter, mate, I sort of put up a post and said that as a community, we sort of have learnt to forget about 2021 form. But do we need to be looking at sort of back end of the year form? Because I feel like some of these scores are absolutely balloon, like 22-26 against the Warriors and the Eels, Battle of Cancun, 24-40 from the Dragon Seagulls, 38-30 to your mob. There was some monster scores this week, and maybe when we do our preseason next year that we need to discredit them a little bit. But, mate, tell us about your VC, because you VC'd Reece Walsh. Congratulations. It must be nice to have a 300 captain. I guarantee you've looped that score, of course.
Yeah, well, I did. I even saw the score in there.
Nice.
I was a bit crook today. Went for a run this morning. Was looking after the kids, just preparing for my day. I was like, oh, fuck, don't feel too good. Went and had a nap. Anyway, turned out said nap went for 3 hours, and I looped Reece Walsh. I woke up.
Well, of course, a great decision, as you would Reece Walsh. You loop 150 and you take your 300. I guarantee you've put the captaincy on a guy that wasn't named in the starting 17 this week.
I did put the name.
Yeah, you must. That's what you need.
So I opened the app at, I think it was 3:06, and suddenly my 1,328 was 1,160. I was like, what the fuck happened? Anyway, and I'm legit looking in the app, and Greg Marju hadn't scored any points by then, but my score was down, and I'm like, nah, the app's cooked, whatever. And then he must have made one tackle or something, and it popped up. I wasn't watching the footy. I was, believe it or not, I was rolling my lawn out the back, and I keep looking. He made one tackle, and I'm like, you're fucking kidding me. So 2 weeks in a row. So I would have won I lost by like 40 last week in my head-to-head semi because Greg Marju got ruled out. And then I've got absolutely butchered this week by Greg Marju, by him making the 17 in the end, in the last 1 hour cutoffs.
Bit of context, Matty VC'd Walsh and captained Marzu, and obviously, as we know, Marzu came in the final hour. So, look, mate, it's not like we were playing for anything, you and I. So it was good. It was good that that happened this week, and nothing more crucial. For anyone following, we've been talking about Braino in a $10,000 head-to-head matchup. We are very, very proud to say that he got over the line pretty convincingly. So you and I are both $3,300 richer as a courtesy of the chop that we agreed to do at the start of the season. So absolutely love that. You contributed a lot to that, which is great. You got a free roll.
Thanks, man.
mate, of course. Let's get into the
How'd you go?
games. What did I actually score? I scored 1372. I only had 15 players. I didn't VC Walsh because I needed a differential in my $500 head-to-head. I got smoked. He had Preston. He had Nwangli Tawase. Like I was smoked from day one. And he VC'd Walsh. So I was just like, I need to do something different. I VC'd Rog. He got 105, which was great. I wanted that little bit more to the loop. And then I captained Jaden Campbell just as a Hail Mary at the end. But yeah, no, I didn't get over the line. Still got second for like 2K. So yeah, nice. Not too bad. But mate, we'll get into the games. We'll try and wrap this one up very quickly because I know that you have 2K26 you want to be playing. So
yeah,
we'll
the Netherlands Grand Prix tonight. So.
Of course. Mate, Dogs 24, Penrith 4. Very, very not a scoreline to take much of a grain of salt with. We saw Penrith side. There was only one start. There was only Lauren Pateo, who was sort of a regular first grader. So, and he only played 40 minutes. So yeah, not much to take away from this from Penrith, but from the Dogs, we see a top score of 142 for Jacob Preston. Somehow, I never played Jacob Preston all year. And all of a sudden, just in all the head-to-head grand finals I'm playing, he's just a focal piece of them.
Yeah, look, I had him. He's been great. Went him instead of Kickout, which of course helped me at least this week. To be honest, the difference between your score and my score is probably that. You had Kicks, I had Presto. I can't wait for preseason next year when we do a real deep dive into the stats. And down the stretch, Maverick Geyer averaged 78. So
yeah, of course. Yeah, we'll take that one. We'll definitely take that one. But yeah, Preston 3 tries was absolutely unreal. No surprise, Lockie Garvin with a 110 as well, feeding him. Matt Burton with an 87 and just a couple of 60s from the back line. But yeah, the big talking point was obviously Jacob Preston 142. Well done if you had him and or Lockie Galvin. Penrith, I don't care. So not going to be talking about those guys. The Warriors 22, Eels 26. Eels get up for this one in a game that means absolutely nothing for them. So great for that. We do see a couple of tons from some boys in the back. Adam Pompey with a 101. Shout out Braino for having Pompey in draft. And Rog, my guy. My season has turned to absolute garbage, but I will say Rog was one of my best trade-ins of the season like 11 weeks ago. He's been absolutely unreal. 1 try, 2 line breaks, 1 offload, 10 tackle busts, 27 hit-ups. It's just absolutely insane. He was unreal, mate. Adam Pompey as well was very good. Tanner Boyd, your boy, 87.
How was he my boy?
I don't know. You're a big Cabra Park guy, so shout out to Tanner Boyd. And that's about it for the Wires. For the Eels, Isaiah Yongi with an 84. No, I lie. Jack Williams with a 90, top scored. I was actually and I'm dead serious when I say this. A couple of weeks ago, I needed to RF. I looked at Jack Williams or Britton Nickera, and Britton Nickera, and Jack Williams just turned into a freak, and it's absolutely binned me.
It was a good try too that he scored. I don't know that the Eels are like a team where you're like, well, their whole balance lies on Mitchell Moses being named or like not being injured, right? Mitchell Moses is healthy. Yeah. They're a good side. That's the long and short.
They're a top 8 side. I think they would have definitely pushed for in my preseason predictions. I think I had them in 7th. Like I think they're a good roster. It just didn't work out. Dylan Brown dropped the last minutes. I put my neck out and said I had some sources that told me Dylan Brown wasn't playing, and I very reluctant to share that sort of stuff, but I did, and he didn't play, which was great. And that's about it. That was also a game. There was like 60 points scored, but nothing really of note to consider. For the Storm and the Roosters, Storm 10-0. You thought, well, this is going to be a cakewalk for Pappenhausen and Munster. And then enter Mark Nonganituase. He also just went God mode, 158, 4 tries, 4 line breaks, 1 offload, 3 offloads, 7 tackle busts, 20 hit-ups. This guy's a freak.
I'd say Coates is right up there, but like just the angles that he can score from, like you watch that in real time, I'd say that try he scored in the corner, one of the ones that he's got in the corner, and you watch it in real time and you're like, he has to have touched a blade of grass out there. And he's just like pirouetting, spiraling, corkscrewing through just to slam it down in the corner. I really hope Rugby League do everything we can to make sure that he stays here rather than going back for that Rugby Union World Cup that he's been talking about. So.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting what he does because he's an absolute superstar. Rugby League need him, but yeah, he's been very open about the Rugby World Cup. He's in Australia in 2 years' time, and he would walk back into the Wallaby side. We saw So I'll let you do the same thing, and he's been playing quite well. So I would imagine knowing Tawazza just walks into the Wallabies if he wanted to. But yeah, unreal game from him. Teddy as well, mate. Your guy. He is your guy. 131.
Yeah, that's a great update. I tell you what, now I know what you've all been talking about all year. What a refreshing treat. I don't know why I was mucking her. You know,
did you finally buy him? Did you finally bought him?
Yeah, I finally bought him last week to match the head-to-head and lose because of Greg Marju. But I went round 1 to 25 without owning Pappy or Teddy.
Nice. And then you caved at the last minute. But how nice is owning Teddy? I'm glad you're finally on board and you can understand the thrills.
Oh, it was unreal. And like, I didn't get him for the Storm matchup, but yeah, those couple of names missing for the Storm really helped this along. But yeah, look, Teddy was great. Mark was great. Hugo Savala, like the head-to-head savior. Like, I legit think that that Hugo Savala could have won people matchups.
Hugo Savala is actually like low-key Supercoach GOAT. Yeah. I bought him when he was on the bubble back in like round 6. I've just held him the whole time. And whenever I have to play him, he's done really well. This is really throwing me off. Hello, Nathan. We were saying congratulations to you. Bet our Creator Cup champion. $10,000 richer. And then I said to Matty, he contributed a lot for his $3,300 share of that. He provided all the morale.
Good to assume that everyone goes thirds as well. No worries. You do you.
We forced your hand. But no, we were saying Matty provided a lot of moral support along the journey for you.
Yeah, he was great, telling me what I like. He just coached me, I think is the right word. Coached me.
Did he tell you to captain Greg Marzu this week?
No, he didn't. He didn't tell me to forget to change his captain. Maybe that was more what it was. Did you decide to go with Greg Marzu, or was that accidental?
No, so I went for a run today. I was crook. I was telling the pod earlier, and I was VC looping, and Greg Marju wasn't playing. So I was looping Walsh. So I captained somebody that wasn't in the top 17 so that I could get double the score. That's the way VC loop score works.
It is the way it works, yeah. Unless they're the 18th man and a regular top 17 member of their team. That's probably when you don't do that. But that's
I didn't
cool.
have anyone else. So, yeah.
No, if you didn't have another DNP, then you're cooked.
As my dad would always say, that's the way the mop flops and the Chico rolls. That's something that Father Whisperer would always say to me whenever I say life's not fair. He said, no, that's the way the mop flops and Chico rolls, unfortunately, buddy.
Crumbles over in brain households. Just stock standard boring. Yeah, no, I like mop flops. That's good.
My grandmother, God rest her soul, if she ever said to me, go do something, I would say, why? She would always say, because Y is a capital letter and Z's no better.
Nice. Love that.
Classic boomer response.
Cheers, Jimmy. Yeah, love to see Braino with the beer. It's not the green tea. I actually had 3 beers left in my fridge, and I'm going to Fiji in less than 48 hours, and I thought I better clear my fridge out of beer, which Mattrix wouldn't know. No, Mattrix wouldn't know what an empty beer a beer fridge would look like.
I feel the same way all the time. I just have like 60 beers in there.
Yours truly got Mattrix a free case of beer, so he's forever indebted to me. We're also saying Mattrix is indebted to you and I now after finally drinking the James Vesco Kool-Aid.
Yes, welcome to the Teddy Club. He helped you when you didn't need it. How good.
Yeah. If only you sort of got on to 27 rounds ago.
And when I needed him, he got 36. So for me, he's averaged 85.
Look, you're going to take that. The sad part is the guy that you traded out for him has averaged more than 85. So, yeah, a bit of an L, but that's okay. Man. Sorry, where are you guys up to? Well, who's hosting this podcast?
I was sort of running.
I'm just the guest.
I'm very happy if you want to take ownership. One, we were saying a couple of things. Mark Monganitawai, they might be the greatest winger of all time. Teddy is very good to own. Mattrix finally got blessed with Teddy updates. He finally understands what we've been talking about for 5 months. And Hugo Savala might be the greatest cheapie of all time just because he came in when you needed him most.
I missed Hugo Savala as well. Shattered about that. He's
I remember
been so
I bought
good.
him and you were like, odd. And so was I, to be fair. I
was impartial to it. Yeah, I was impartial to it.
Just, whenever you need him.
Turns up, doesn't he? How good.
It was the 2RF duel for me.
Yeah, he was sitting my 2RF6 all year. He was a guy that would score 40 whenever I didn't need him, and then whenever I had to play him, he'd put up like a 70. I'm like, oh, what a guy. But that's about it. The Chooks got the chocolates. Melbourne suck. And that's about it. Penrith, mate, we didn't even talk about Penrith because shout out to Dane Laurie, but that's about all there was to chat. I'd like to forget this game. Raiders 24.
Yeah, the Tigers had the bye, didn't they, this week?
Mate, we're already in Fiji with you.
Yeah,
you might see the boys on the plane tomorrow.
Legit. I hope I do. They need a break. They've been good. No, look, on a serious note, I think there was never an expectation for us to win this game. And the fact that we were in it 18-10 for so long, I feel like that's a positive in itself. And that might sound like copium from a Tigers supporter, but I genuinely thought we were going to get absolutely fucking smoked in this game. Going down to GIO is never an easy thing to do, but we'll take it. How about, just quietly, shout out to the scorers who just wanted to keep my head-to-head, wanted to keep my head-to-head opponent on their toes a little bit. I give him a little bit of false hope potentially by giving Hudson Young a 65. And then I opened the app this afternoon. He's got 91. I've got 26-point upgrade. I'm like, how good?
Did they miss?
I don't even know. I don't care. I'll take it. I'm going to run with it.
They missed a random try.
He
actually scored a try in the 3rd minute and nobody saw it.
They must have gotten a heap of BP because he only got 1 try contribution to... I got 2 line break assists. So they probably have missed maybe both of those. Did he have one? I don't know. Honestly, after my head-to-head opponent owned Preston and Nwangli Tawase, I have not opened the app until I noticed this afternoon that I just had Captain Jaden Campbell. So I was like, okay, that's a thing. I gave up after Friday night. I paid the bloke out. I paid him after the second game of the round.
But let's be honest. You paid him as a reverse fucking jinx to try and turn it into a win. It was good. I like it.
I lost like 100, so like we were getting there. But no. Ethan Strange owns Jarrell Skelton.
It looked like such a good hit too, and then Skelton was just flattened. So he's gone in with bad technique and gone head first. Yeah, so fair enough. But
he sort of head on the other side, so it's obviously like lead shoulder head. But he sort of chocked himself, and it just got rinsed. And then Ethan Strange is absolutely.
It reminds you of a wrestler, doesn't it? Like back in like Hulk Hogan when no cell. And like Hulk Hogan when you hit him and he starts getting wound up and starts G'ing up the crowd. That's what it looked like. Ethan Strange just got back up like nothing even happened, and Skelton was flattened by his own tackle. So. I'm such a big Ethan Strange fan, though. Fuck, this guy's he's a good footballer. Like he's going to go a long way.
Absolutely. Joe Tarpany, biggest fraud, I reckon, of Supercoach this year. Supercoach fraud.
Surely we've got to find another.
Britton, I think he wants to be on there. We can make a 13 of just Supercoach frauds this year. Gutho at the fullback.
Yeah, because we're running out of social media content. Maybe we need to come up with a Supercoach frauds best 17.
Crichton's up there.
He's captain.
Yeah, Gus Crichton's up there. Yep. Gutho's captain.
Yeah, Crichton and Nickera in the back row, and Gutho captain, 100%.
Tarpany and AFB are the front row forwards.
Rounds 1 to 6, Jerome Luai, when everyone was like...
Yep. When we needed him the most.
We averaged like 70 last year at Penrith, played 5'8". Surely he'd be better.
Yeah. Not quite.
Yeah.
Not quite.
So this was a game. KO Weeks, he can also go in there because he's flopped. For the Tigers, not much to talk about. Terrell May with a 75 in all BP. He is very good at Supercoach.
This is the 23rd week he has just gone out there and just played max minutes, Matty, and just dominated. Like the problem becomes like we're going to have to pay up for Turbo and Trell potentially if they both have duels next year. Plus, like you're probably going to go with the 3-gun fullback strategy maybe again. Then you're also going to have to get Haas and May. Like how are you going to afford all of these guys? That's the question, I think.
I don't think you can. Like I think that he's a primo, but you're just going to have to choose between Haas and May. This year.
It was value at the start of the year, wasn't it, for May? Now it's not value.
Yeah, so he just becomes that primo that you have to find a 500k guy that gets you within 150k next year. I don't know who I'll choose between May and Haas, but yeah, I I believe
Pick one.
the structure of my team will only be able to allow for one.
Lachlan Camilleri in the chat saying Surely May doesn't play these minutes next year. Is subbed off for 3 minutes in this game. I genuinely reckon that if Benji tries to pull him off the field, Josh, he'll go, no, fuck off.
No, yeah, he's very keen to play big minutes. Gun to my head right now, I'm probably picking May. Just if Laurie Daly's still the head coach in New South Wales, I'm probably just taking May because I know that we know Origin duties, but he's very, very good. Shout out to this bench rotation: Tony Suka 32 minutes, Charlie Murray 10 minutes, Royce Hunt 18 minutes, and Heath Mason 12 minutes. War a bench.
I mean, you look at the forward pack in general all have pretty big motors, though. To be fair,
yeah, I mean, it's just
Alex Twal, what a man.
Remember how we convinced ourselves that Royce Hunt would be a good signing?
Royce the choice.
All Sharks fans that I laughed at for laughing at us. But yeah, there is nothing to talk about from a Tigers game. We are at Cancun.
Fiji, then to Cancun. And
Fiji, stopover, layover in Kuala Lumpur, and then straight to Cancun. Dragons, 24, Manly, 40, Gutho, 48. He's a guy.
Captain of the fraud, 47. Captain of the fraud, 17.
I remember very vividly having a conversation with both of you two whilst I was eating sushi at work, and I was going, I've got a couple of grey hairs, and I think some of them have stemmed from tossing and turning over Gutho or Teddy back in round 4. And boy howdy, that was a good trade by me to fade Gutho. He sucks.
You did really well. I got nothing from Gutho. I got 100 in the second week that I bought him. The first week, I think he got like 40 or 30 or something like that. Got me 100 and then like 4 or 5 30s or 40s, and that was it for me. But yeah, look, started red hot. Everyone cottoned onto the game plan, like we said, and it got shut down pretty quickly. And then also, I think people realised Kyle Flanagan isn't exactly that great, so that probably played into that as well. But
back when Lachlan Ilias was the thing.
Yeah.
Remember him? That was a time.
I did this week with that dance
on TikTok. Yeah.
I was gonna say, speaking of mediocre Dragon Sixes. All right. Speaking of mediocre Dragon Sixes, shout out to Lycan King Toga when people needed him most. Just a nice little 60. You'll take that one.
I was playing him in a head-to-head, and I tell you what, I was watching it going, if I lost a matchup, I was going to say, you arsey prick. Like, you get backed into a corner to play LKT, and he does that to me. Thankfully, it was only 60. I was a bit concerned when he scored the try, but got bailed out there. Just a tad.
This was a game. Shout out to Emre Gua.
DC 157 is wild.
Through the Dragons. Oh,
Dragons suck. Don't worry about that.
Max Fierge, fuck him. I've had him in draft for 5 weeks, right? And I've sat him every week. He's gone massive and played him when he's just done shit. So cost me my draft. Fuck that guy. Turbo with 100. Hey, we're gonna have to pay for it. It was looking like we were getting Turbo for like 590k next year. Now it's gonna be like
paying 750, 800. Yeah, which is fine. Like if he has dual, we'll be there.
Like he's another year older. Like, are we?
Are we really having this conversation? We'll be there. Like, don't pretend you're not.
When we're getting up to sort of the at 600, I was there, but now we're like 750, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah, he'll be your most expensive centre wing, and hopefully some rookies and some real nice cheapies pop their head up with good roles. That's pretty much it. It'll just be literally next year will be a complete guns and rookies. We're not picking the Alex Seyfarth of the world next year. It'll be the 204k rookies and the 750k
I
guns.
can guarantee you both right now, Ethan Sanders will be my 581.
It might have to be. Corey Waddell also, shout out to him.
He's only going to be 28 to start next year, right? Like, he's not that old. Turbo.
No, but his body is like a 40-year-old's body, though.
Yeah,
his knees are 72, but
probably.
DCE, he's a guy. 1 try, 4 try assists, 1 try contribution, 6 goals. Manly could use a guy like him next year.
Yeah, they could, but they're not. I mean,
uncontracted.
Yeah.
Free agent.
Yeah, sure.
Apparently.
He's going into test free agency, unrestricted free agent this year. Good luck to him. I'm sure he'll get the veterans minimum. Corey Waddell.
The middle of this.
He ends up in San Antonio. Corey Waddell, 109. I ended up trading him out in draft. Shout out to him.
You sat Pompey as well. I said that before. Yeah,
I sat Pompey's 91. I fucking traded out Corey Waddell 109. Who did I bring in? I bought in Jesse Colquhoun just because I got a stiffy for Jesse Colquhoun. That didn't work out that well. Yeah, it didn't work out that well. I think he only got like 49 or something. So.
That wasn't on my bingo card.
No, big fan, big Jesse Colquhoun guy.
What I was saying to Maddie at the start of this episode was I put a tweet up about, obviously we discredit 2021 stats, and rightfully so. Do we need to start like discrediting rounds 23 to 27? Because there's just some monster scores. They're just so outlier. And like Turbo's a bad example. Walsh is probably a bad example as well. But their scores are definitely inflated. If I said to you, like, what's Reece Walsh's ceiling? You probably say like 110, right? And now it's been like 3 lots of 150. But we're seeing some absolute monster scores. And like you can see that from the average score. Like in my How'd You Go post, I think I had 1,500 as like respectable. Do we have to like maybe when we do go through next year in the preseason, we say, oh, like player X averaged this for the final 5 rounds? Do we have to put a couple of asterisks on that?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, look, and also teams shut up shop really with a month to go, especially Titans. We've seen it this year. The Titans, the Souths have kind of competed a little bit, but the Titans have, the Knights have been putrid. The Titans have shut up shop 3 months ago. Like, we're obviously targeting these teams for a reason at the back end of the year, which is why Reece Walsh has been so good and the Finns have been leaky as hell. It's why Turbo's come good because Manly have had an amazing draw. So, you've got to look at the schedule as well and look at who they were playing at the back end of the year. Maybe that has more credence. If you're playing a bottom 6 team, maybe you can't take as much from those numbers in the final month as what you would at different points of the year. Maybe that's how it is. But, look, Manly have come out and put 40 on teams. They've come out and conceded 40. You don't get a read on Manly at all, do you?
No. I think the Knights are a great example because, like, we would say, even in, like, round 15, we'd be like, oh, people need to, like, because you'd look at the Knights, right? They'd be last on the ladder, and people are like, oh, easy fixture. But we were saying in, like, round 15, no, they just suck offensively. Defensively, they're very good. For the last 6 weeks, they've just been putrid. Definitely worth noting.
They've been injury-ridden.
I totally understand that. Speaking of defensive putrid teams, 78 points in Queensland Derby. Cowboys 30, 38 Broncos. Matty, told you this today. Broncos are 6-0 against Queensland teams this year. You just own.
And what did I say?
I can't remember. You have to enlighten me.
All the other Queensland teams are shit.
Thank you.
I mean, yes, I agree with that. They really do. The Cowboys suck. Titans. Yep. And the Finns have fallen off a cliff.
Yeah, I mean,
I think it was the black jerseys. I think every Queensland team knew it was over for them when they didn't have black jerseys.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. Like, watching Reece Walsh's confidence and not just cave with Braino out. I'm not going to say, we should be favourites or anything like that, but top 4, I'm relatively excited for finals this year.
Did you see?
The first 5 weeks, Madge was the Antichrist, sack Madge, Broncos in crisis.
Yeah.
Madge and Benji were hanging out in the same kind of area.
No, it was the boat. It was the boat. Everything turned right off the boat.
Port Moresby. Yeah, he took him to Port Moresby, didn't he? And he taught him a lesson, that's for sure. I'll tell you what the difference is, right, in this game. The Broncos wore the black jerseys, right, for, was it Black Dog Institute or mental health? The Cowboys decided, you know what, I compare this to fading or anti-potting James Tedesco. They've gone, you know what, we're not going to go with black jerseys. We're going to go glow-in-the-dark jerseys. That was the turning point here, I reckon, because... like I said, it's like anti-potting James Tedesco, Mattrix. It's just something you just don't do.
It was, Mum, can we have the black-eyed jerseys? We have the black-eyed jerseys at home.
Yeah.
Honestly, it looked like one of those glow-in-the-dark Frank Green water bottles jizzed all over their Navy jerseys. It was awful.
No good.
But Supercoach, though, Reece Walsh, 161, 1 try, 2 try assists, 1 try contribution, 5 goals, 6 line-break assists. 3 offloads, 10 tackle busts, 16 runs. He is the best player in the league when he wants to be.
The greatest of all time, I think, was the words we're looking for.
we were playing 2K at the point that this game was going on, and I reckon there was at least maybe 10 times combined that Josh and I just said, Reece Walsh is so fucking good, man. Like, he is just so good at football. Like, I don't know whether... honestly, could be the best player in the league, like, when he's on. I don't know whether there's anyone as explosive or as good as him.
No, there's not.
No, agreed. I've made it very known that he is my favorite. He can never do right? Like, he beat up on the Cowboys, and everyone's like, "Oh, it's just the fucking Cowboys. Like, what's he supposed to do?" And then like crickets with Edwards or crickets with Teddy when Teddy had one tackle bust last week. Like I think it just shows you the standard of just how good he is and what people expect from him. I think people forget he was 18 and was dominating at the Warriors in his first season. He sort of continued that at the Cowboys at the Broncos. Shout out to Karapani, who I reckon really, really affected Nathan's mental health. We were death watching Karapani. Braino says, "I'm going up to get a drink. I'll be back." 5 seconds later, Karapani strolls over untouched in the corner. You come back and your whole mood just shifted.
Shat. I mean, look, this comp, meant a little bit. There was a few tough watches this weekend, and he was one of them.
To your bank account, not to like. It's like, oh yeah, no, it meant a lot.
It meant a lot to me.
There's a lot on a research.
It meant a lot to the fucking 25% more beers he's going to consume in Fiji because he's got the money coming in.
Yes.
200 pina coladas more now.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, I'm keen. Honestly, like I said, I think I said it on Wednesday, Karapani, if I had him, I'd play him. Like, it was a great matchup this week, and we saw he scored 90, and I tell you what, this could have been 190 with the amount of ball that went that way. I think he got cucked a little bit on that open break where they went to the outside. They went to the inside instead of Karapani. I think every single time I saw the ball go down that side, there was some sort of break, I reckon. And Karapani was in support and just got ignored, which was great for my team. But he, if you had him, he was a real handy play this week for sure.
It shows the dominance of that left when Walsh got 161, Karapani 90, Shibasaki 109. Like they just rinsed the Cowboys right. Shibasaki's been not only a viable keeper, but the cheapie of the year.
Yeah, I agree with that. The funny thing is, we talked about, Rob Darby was the one that copped so much flack on bad defensive reads and all that kind of shit down that right side for the Cowboys, and then he got dropped, and they still continued to concede down that side. So was it really Darby, or was it just the structure? I think defensive structure was terrible.
Moving Jackson Purdue 47 times a season, like I feel like the Cowboys should have realized in like round 11, we're actually not very good. We're gonna use this as the building year, and if you say Purdue is your long-term six, and I don't know, maybe leave him there. But
yeah, look, obviously, I think he took on board pretty quickly that it's Clifford was the one that was finding them 2 points on the ladder every week, right? So you need to continue to try and be competitive as long as you can. So,
and I never hope for anyone to lose their job, but like you start to see Adam O'Brien, you start to see Des. If there's one more to lose their job this year, it's Peyton.
Yeah.
Whenever someone says, "I hate to see someone lose their job," or it's like the equivalent of saying, "No offense, but
yeah, but
yeah,
love it. No offense, but you're fucking dog shit, Peyton." So,
I've got a bone. One, because I had very much invested financial interest in your head-to-head matchup, as we've discussed. Mm-hmm. But two, I want some fucking consistency. Jeremiah Nenai has been well and truly cut of a line break, or at worst
and a try assist.
And then a try assist. He's broken the line, thrown the offload, which has hit a defender, which has resulted in a try. We see this with kicks all the time. Cleary will put up a kick, the fullback drops it, other teams scoop it up and score. Cleary gets a try. Absolute bullshit. One, because I needed you to win this, and two, I just want consistency. Like it's just bullshit.
I don't understand. I don't get it.
Look, I also do want to highlight FS Sports adding Nana to the fraud team. 80-minute back row with 2 try contributions, scores 28 points.
Putrid. Yeah. Right. He's not a base guy. He's not a guy that accumulates base
as an edge forward.
It's huge. It's huge.
He's not a base guy. He's not a good guy. Like with that.
He's a guy. He's just a guy. And he is a guy. Yeah. Poor trade. I made some bad trades this year, but he was up there. Him, you and Aitken. Who else? Oh, you know what? You know who was top the list? My second final purchase of the year, Philip Sami.
Oh, right.
Yeah, we'll talk about him soon. Holy shit, that pissed me off.
No, the epiphany, we'll talk about it. But the message, I thought you may have heard some whispers, and you were like, no,
legit, it was a dream.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
Believable guy.
Jeremiah is stoppable on his day.
He's a player I have seen. That is for sure.
Shout out to Mattrix's best friend, John Bateman, 77. Good for him.
Fuck, how good is he?
Better than Kai O'Donnell.
Yeah, I probably should have bought him instead of Nano, to be fair. He's done a much better job. Scotty Drinkwater was 64.
All right.
You said I owe you. You should have had to buy me beers, and then Bolter sent them to you. So I just got them anyway.
I didn't even give you a 4-pack. I got you a whole case. So I think it makes up for it.
I'm stoked. I'm absolutely stoked.
Shout out to Bolter. We're trying to get them to sponsor the pod next year.
We need everybody to get the word in.
So follow Bolter on Instagram for starters, and just say sponsor these guys, and then tag us. Just get in their DMs and harass.
Shout out to Josh was the one that got this moving as well. Shout out to him. Nearly cooked it though when he said, "Can you mentioned a 6-pack of Bolter when there's no such thing?" So the product knowledge was fantastic. Josh doesn't drink beer, so
as you can see, I'm not
if you could just send a 6-pack through.
Yeah,
let's break up 2 4-packs. Anyway,
let's talk about the Sharks in the night.
So Sunday, we set the scene. You've got a 60-point lead or 90-point lead.
Oh, what was it?
No, I think it was 60. It was very tight.
It was 2v4. It was 2v4 with a 90-point lead or something.
I think it was a 65-point lead.
88 points. 88-point lead.
88 points, and they had 2 plays in hand. And the 2 players in hand were AFB and Gagai.
AFB Hiroti. AFB Hiroti and Gagai in this game. Yeah.
Versus Nico
and Ronnie.
And Ronnie, right? Yeah, cool. So you were still one behind. Yeah, Ronnie. So you're still one behind, and Braino has said to me like I don't want to watch. So I provided first half updates. I'm not gonna lie, I was very confident. Friday night, I was confident Friday night, and then through Saturday I was, and then
Sami got ruled out.
You got cucked with a couple of front row forwards scoring tries, and then AFB crashed over, and I just saw all my financial gain go up in smoke, and I felt very bad for you when AFB crashed over when it was sent up as a no try. But yes, obviously Ronaldo Militalo. I owe you a 6-pack of Bolter. No, I owe you a 4-pack because Katoa has fucking stunk. But yes, Sharks 40, Newcastle 16. Newcastle looked like 2021 to 2024 Penrith in the first 15 minutes.
Oh, that was
I thought we were in for a long day as Cronulla Sharks asset owners.
I was very concerned early on. Just Nico was on like -2 after I think 12 or 13 minutes. He was a unique for me in this matchup as well. So I needed him to do something in this game. Thankfully, Ronnie carried me. Matty, I know you're a big Ronnie fan. The problem now becomes he's going to be expensive next year. And we know that he peaks. He goes through peaks and troughs. You've got to get him at the right time of the year. Lachlan now is back on the Mulatalo train. He's removed himself from my never again list after his disaster buy period for me. But he's back. He's back in the good books again, Matty.
I feel like people will be saying that with Turbo come February next year.
He's one of those those volatile centre wings. He's like an Alex Johnston, though, isn't he?
Yeah, and it's just the way that I like to play Supercoach, to be completely honest. Like, he will be 450, 500, 530k at some stage next year, and that's when I'll buy him because it will turn. Mm-hmm. He's too good for it not. Fuck, he's a pest watching him play. But which is probably another reason why I'm a big Ronnie Mulatalo fan. He looks like me playing B-grade basketball. But look, yeah, there will be a time next year, but you can't just walk through and buy 700k Ronaldo Mulatalo every year. That's just not cricket.
No, it's not. You just look at the shitty teams matchups. When the Sharks draw opens up, you buy Mulatalo. It's just what you do at that time of the year. And Benny G's spot on as well. Does it with class, that's for sure. I'm looking at Ronnie's last 6 games have been pretty solid. Last 5 games. 91, 98, 59, 100, and now 106 this week. But then before that, he's had a run of like 20s and 30s. So you've got to pick the timing. And you either get on the right side of it or the wrong side of it. That's the hard part, I guess. And the Sharks had a pretty tough run through the middle of the year. They had Melbourne, Roosters, Dragons, Broncos, Melbourne across a 5-week period. So it's those games.
They're just flat track bullies. So whenever
Yeah,
they
they
have
are.
a run of a month of good fixtures, you just load up on them because you know they'll put the fucking pipe to them.
Hooker one, Blake Brayley. Another real solid game from him
Was
as
he
well.
actually
2
the hooker
tries.
one to finish the year? Surely he
Yeah.
was.
Yeah,
Yeah, he is. Yeah, one more round to go, but I think he's got it.
I don't think it's close. I think even if he scores minus 100 and Grant scores 5,000 points, he's still hooker one. Also, I just want to pat myself on the back. I said Brayley's average would start with a 6 this year, and I was laughed at. I reckon it might start with a 7.
Yeah, so you were wrong. So everyone was right to laugh at you. They're like, 60, please. He's going to go way better than that.
Mate, the resurgence of Blake Brayley.
It's been elite. He's been so good to watch. Like, just to see his game evolve as well, like him finishing his runs and taking the ball and running a little bit more, attacking the ruck. Like, he's been really nice.
He's going to average probably like 68 for the season, which is just
That's
worldy.
awesome. Good on him. Yeah, and that is, the best part about, maybe the reason why my rank's been okay or my season's been half decent is because I haven't had to make a trade at hooker. Like, my hooker one has been there since round 1, and I haven't had to fuck around too much there in that position. It's just such a low upside position. Like, I hate wasting trades there.
Also, like, if we look at the hookers that have played, like, the best averaging, right? Grant's going to play 17 games. JMK's going to play 18 games. Watson's going to play 19. McInnes played 22. Starling is going to play 22, maybe 21 if he gets rested next week, right? And, like, but Brayley's going to play 24 games. So he's going to play every game of every minute. And
He's
it's
the Mikhail
what he
Bridges
does.
of the NRL.
Yeah, he's so reliable. Unfortunately, he's going to be way overpriced next year. I probably just won't start with him. But, yeah.
Yep. Fair enough. Nico with the 76, kind of
fine.
unders on what we thought he'd get, but that's, you take it.
Speaking of Nico, let's go to memory lane. How many people that you started round 1 with do you still have now?
Oh, okay. Let me check.
I've got
there's
a
not many.
definite. I've got a definite 2. I can't remember if I started
Really?
with Garrett. I can't remember if I started with Garrick or not. I don't think I did. So mine is the unlikely Terrell May and Nico Hines.
My 2 hookers are the hookers that I started the year with, except Sandon Smith was at halfback too. So Brayley, Sandon Smith, Terrell May, there's 3. Did I start with Naff White?
Yeah, you would have.
Yeah, I did. I started with Naff White over Aaron Clark, so that's 4. 5 in. I think I started with Cleary, didn't I? Yeah, because you started with Nico, I started with Cleary, so that's 5. We had to trade him out though.
Yeah.
Does that count? If we had to trade him out and bring him back in?
It doesn't count. No, you got to hold him the whole time.
I think I've only had Aaron
4.
Clark, May, and Munster.
Okay, I've only had 2. Shit.
I've had 4, yeah.
You're very loyal. I'm not. I must be for the
These
streets.
hoes ain't loyal.
Literally. That's why I got no trades. But yeah, great. AFB 72, which is really bad actually when you think about it. Like he scored a try. That's
Tried
not
the line
cool.
break as well?
Yeah. Yeah. And like 2 tackle busts, so 31-point play.
Yeah,
So
okay.
41 BP. But I guess like this game really opened up in the second half, so sure. Shout out to Billy Burns. This could have been Nick 71. He was great. And that was about it. For the Knights, mate, I feel so sorry for Knights fans.
It's been rough. I mean, I'm glad that
they
there
get
is
Dylan
now
Brown
light at the
coming.
end. There's a light at the end of the tunnel now. Like, no Adam O'Brien next year. They get something to look forward to. Like, it's not the same coach, the same strategy, the same bullshit every single
Des
year.
Hasler, imagine.
Mate, they'll probably get what's his name? His name's eluded me. Old Eels coach, Brad Arthur.
Brad Arthur.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's got a good relationship with Dylan Brown. I reckon there's a chance that he ends up in Newcastle.
Fuck. Also, what about the Knights offering Sandon Smith a contract and then saying we want you to play 9? What a stitch up.
Yeah.
Right.
Nah, no good. No good.
I was watching Maddo play in the Super League on Saturday morning. It was there's
Did
some
he do
good
good?
areas. He is unreal in there. I didn't realize because I was playing for Warrington, which is set in Burgess. I don't know if there was some connection there back then. But man, like this guy looks like an absolute fucking like he's too good for the Super League. How didn't he get a
good for the
contract?
NRL? I don't know why he got blackballed from the NRL. I honestly thought he still offered something. Crazy.
He's
Anyway,
a better influencer than he is NRL
Wait.
player in the last 12
loves seeing his kid out in like 10-degree England weather. So loves it.
Does he have like a personal photographer that follows him around 24/7? His photos are always like, I don't think I've ever seen a bad photo. It's like Barney Stinson. You know when you try and take a really bad photo
Yeah.
of him and then you
No,
look
I
at the
don't know.
photo
I
and he's
reckon-
still like...
if you had
That's
a
it.
rig like that, like you'd learn how to take good photos. I mean, I would. I'm very vain. Talking about Matto's rig probably shows you the scores of Newcastle when Bradman best and Leo Thompson are your two best performers. It says a lot. Leo Thompson 71 in BP. Great.
Cool.
Where's he playing next year?
Dogs.
Raiders. Dogs.
Yeah.
Dogs too. Yeah, fuck him well.
No,
Let's move on to
the Raiders like had him and then he just sort of said, nah.
disappeared. Yeah, let's move on. Let's go to the Finns and the Titans, the sweat fest that was
Mate,
the final
I honestly
death
thought
watch.
you were cooked. So Osaka did 130. And
No,
when,
it was 115 in the end.
115. And when the Titans conceded 2 tries in 10 minutes, I was like, this is going to be a stressful watch.
Oh, he would beat me. We both messaged the same time saying Azako's going to beat me in goals. That's what it was going to be. Thankfully, they just hate him. They must hate him. There's something going on there because he got no ball at all, the poor bloke. They didn't go down the right. But to be fair, the Titans' right edge is just an absolute complete mess. So they just went left all game, which is great for me. But Jeremy Marshall got a 76. He was a nice little play there at hooker. But it's friend of the podcast, Tavita Nafahu. If anybody,
we always said it was Nafahu.
It was Nafahu or it was Jalen de Groot. So we got 50% of it right. Nafahu 107 was actually really good. And Trey Fuller, that guy, I don't understand how he doesn't have a full-time fullback spot somewhere. He's so good.
Yeah. I reckon Herbie would have broke the record this game.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
he would have scored 300. You're right.
It wouldn't have been.
But yeah, 104 for Trey Fuller, 107 for Nafahu, 94 for Cody Nikorima.
Round
75
19 hero
for
Chris Randall.
Oh, I was going to say 75 for Kurt Donahue. Centre dual Kurt Donahue after he got moved out there. Now, he does everything. Honestly, he's a guy that you want to have in your team. He'll play 13, play 9, play 6, play centre. What a guy.
He's a Tyron Wishart. That's what he
He's
is.
Newcastle Knights Kurt Mann.
Yeah. I like the Wishart comparison. He just plays anywhere. Play him in
Wishart's
the back.
like good though. Like Wishart's actually like very good.
Are you saying Kurt Donahue's not good?
Kurt Donahue's a beast.
Yeah, he's a gun. What a weapon.
Jaden
Jaden Campbell junk though, doesn't that make you smile? Especially when you had the captaincy on him in the final game of the round accidentally.
I didn't care, but I was like, oh, nice.
You
Gives me
take it.
respect.
Scored more than Marju.
91 for him with a try, 5 goals as well. Nice from him. Like 7 tackle breaks. So that's JC really, isn't it? Kurt Donahue 75, Tino with a 66, and another L. Does that bring it down to 27% win rate now?
No. So I actually had a look today. So it's now 22.03% win percentage, and it's like 39.5 without him.
Yeah, how
Could have
funny
been a whole
was
lot.
it?
It could have been a lot more because the game without him was the Panthers game with the trainer fiasco, and then they also lost the next week by 2 points against the Bunnies without Tino. So it could have been a whole lot worse. But yes, 22% win rate with Tino in the side versus 39% without him.
There was some articles flaming him a little bit during the week, saying that he went at Titans board pretty heavily around the sacking of Dez and all this other stuff. So it's going to be interesting. There's going to be a lot to...
The movement's happening, I'm telling you.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot to break apart.
I'll get people to turn on him.
Yeah, yeah, sure. I mean, I think it's more around like, did you see that there's now some drama around the Titans ex-CEO or something, or recruitment manager that's given like a target?
Books.
Salary cap.
He
Had salary cap data that gave to the Perth Bears for recruitment targets. So there's going to be very interesting.
He knew what the Titans books look like in like 2 years' time. So could say to the Titans, "Oh, we'll take this player." Very convenient that he's coming off contract as well.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see where he ends up if he ends up staying
Regan
there.
Campbell-Gillard, he might be Man of Steel next year. Apparently, he might be forced out.
I don't think he will be Man of Steel over there.
Not with Matto there. Not with Matto.
Not with Matto.
Straight swap.
That's probably disrespectful to Regan Campbell-Gillard, but Matto's better than Regan Campbell-Gillard.
But yes, basically,
This team,
anyone that goes to the Super League is Man of Steel.
this whole game to me was, where we call a game a poo slinger, right? Like, is there anything worse than a poo slinger?
Because I reckon I don't give a fuck about this game. I think there's a difference. Like this game didn't suck.
The quality of the game was terrible though. There's fucking errors everywhere. The referee was involved heaps.
Like a poo slinger is like a shit game that's like 14-12.
Yeah, okay. Maybe we've got different meanings of poo.
Because like this game, I just don't
This
care.
was
I
like
don't
a
care
poo
about either of
bath.
these
There was
things.
more of it.
Oh dear.
Like I'm so, like who's looking at the 405 slot in round 26 and going, oh, Dolphins with half their team out versus the wooden spooners. Sign me up, baby.
It's
You
true.
couldn't pay me to watch this. So,
Yeah,
I only watched
honestly,
it because I might be getting paid from Nathan. That's the only reason why I watched it.
if there wasn't any money on the line, there's no way I'm watching this game. It was a tough
This was a
watch.
real 2K26 game.
Yeah, it was. You just chuck it on the side there on your second or your third or your fourth monitor.
seventh
No good.
monitor. In
So
this
yeah. Until next week when Mattrix is going to be podcasting out of the corner of his bedroom on the floor. So that's going to be a fun
Worst.
experience.
This
Yeah.
this is getting bulldozed down next week. So
Yeah, love it. What's the alternative? Where are you going to be podcasting from? Was I right in saying your bedroom?
oh, Italy, the bedroom's real close to the kids. It might just be like watch TV, like tell the missus to watch TV and put your headphones on or whatever. I might do it like where we originally used to do it in the
Yeah, get the
when
nice
I
little
started-
piece of art on the wall.
yeah,
That was
yeah,
good.
the little indigenous piece that's still in the same spot. I can probably do that.
You're the
Yeah.
last.
I
person
think
to
that's
do
the spot.
indigenous artwork.
I do have indigenous artwork in the house.
When we first started the podcast,
I'm
I
like-
used to sit. I was in a house that's about a third of the size of the one I'm in now, and I used to sit in the lounge room, and the lounge room was echoey as shit. And I remember we were doing a podcast, and I think it might have been our second or third episode, and Mattrix told his missus to piss off like halfway through the episode because she was being too loud with the kids in the background. It was just complete rookie scenes. It was very
The
good.
standards that I've set at this joint, Jesus Christ! How we.
I know, look at us now. We've got green screens.
I
I'm just
remember
pretending
all
you
I
have
remember.
green screens.
All I remember from the Molten days is Adam Dewey and Matt Burton. Take it to the bank.
Take it to the bank. Yes,
Yeah.
that should be on a shirt. To be fair, that's one of my best. As you can see, we really don't care too much about this last game, and it's hard because it's round 26 and
Titans and Finns fans.
there's not much content. There's not much to talk about. People don't have trades. We're at a time of the year now where people have already checked out, which is completely understandable. I think, if you're not in a head-to-head grand final, you probably don't care at the moment. If your rank doesn't look that great, you're probably already switched off. So I guess the bonus is we've got SC finals that kind of gives everybody a bit of a quick reset, which is cool. So, I mean, for anybody who hasn't tuned in or has missed it, Josh, maybe give everybody a quick rundown on what SC finals is.
SA Finals, it's what it says on the tin, not to be mistaken with Supercoach Finals. If you're a desperado, like the three of us are, you've got Supercoach Finals. So basically starting from in 2 weeks' time, basically, the top 8 teams will obviously play each other, like in NRL Finals. Supercoach is having a reiteration of Supercoach NRL. I think AFL is doing it as well. You pick 8 players, 7 of them score, flex drops out. So 1 hooker, 1 front forward, 1 2RF, blah, blah, blah. No salary cap, unlimited trades, and a maximum of 2 players from your team. I would imagine as each team drops out, the threshold increases. So probably that's like 4, max 4. And yeah, we'll be doing 1 podcast a week on it on a Wednesday, just replacing the old preview. But yeah, basically Penrith coming 5th is the best thing to happen. So I think
I'm loading
Teddy,
up.
Edwards and Cleary is going to be 100% owned, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I was praying they came in top 4, so everyone bought Cleary up against like a tough matchup.
Yeah, realistically, if we give you the answers to that right now, we're going to have no content in 2 weeks' time. So we'll keep that and we'll wait to see what the ladder ends up looking like. But it's pretty much locked in, right? So
Oh, that's the thing. It was like 4 weeks ago, people sending me their teams being like, "Oh, is this a good team?" I'm like, "Bro, we don't even know the draw. Don't even know who's good. Just chill." But yeah, get involved. We have a league code. I think we'll promote it next week or something like that. Join it. I think we have some cash comps. You guys are doing some. I have a $100 one. I've got like 4 spots left in that. Just a straight shootout. I think both of them are straight shootouts. So reach out to the relevant people. And yeah, we can hook you up.
I've got one thing. Braino, you just did the Ball Logic mock draft. Has that gone live? Oh, updates are in, by the way, if you'd like to refresh your screen. But you just did the Ball Logic. That hasn't released yet, has it, mate?
that'll be up tomorrow. That'll come out tomorrow. I'll put that up after we stop recording here. So that'll go up. We drafted from 1, 6, and 12. We're deep into preseason at the moment with NBA. So yeah, you can get a feel for where we're taking some guys, and obviously our draft board's available in Patreon for subscribers. So yeah, that'll come out tomorrow morning.
I'm very
trying to
excited
think
to
of,
hear how I won that.
Yeah, Matty said he won the mock draft, which is awesome.
Mally kind of flamed you a little bit on it because he said your first three or four picks were amazing, and you went guard heavy. I think from memory it was like guard heavy, and then you just went and picked a bunch of randoms from like 6 to 9 or 6 to 10. Listen back tomorrow. It's funny. Mally will explain it better than me. But yeah, you got to mention that's for sure.
I'm trying to think of a clickbait way to say this, but Talking Tactics, APL podcast, the two best Supercoach content creators. I think that's official.
Are you one and two?
Deadly and I ranked first and second in the Content Creators League. So if you want to go play some EPL Supercoach, I'd like to say Rank would say that Deadly and I know what we're talking about. So Talking Tactics, it's uploaded on this YouTube channel, but also the standalone podcast. I'm trying to post some more stuff on Instagram. Whether I do or not, it's a different story. But definitely posting a heap on Twitter as well. So go follow me at SC Whisperer, follow Deadly at SC Deadly. And yeah, once again, we are certified the two best people to listen to because we are ranked 1 and 2 after 2 rounds, which means the world apparently.
How good. Well done. Good job. NBA Supercoach is probably not far away as well. And NBL Mattrix, do we know anything about what's going on in that land?
I think it's dead, honestly.
Apparently.
I don't know. Like, I'm hearing all sorts of conflicting things. There will be an NBL Supercoach at some stage, apparently. But yeah, apparently those changes are very, very heavy. There's not going to be like a classic mode by the sounds of it. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I just know from talking to other people. I've been waiting to release some content, but we're going to do an episode on the Blitz tomorrow. So, and some stuff that we're excited about for Game Day Squad because we know that's going to happen next year. So,
yeah, nice.
Lachlan Camilleri has been asking about the NRL, the Ultimate Fantasy Competition. The wheels have fallen off for me. I forgot about Dream Team, and my fantasy team's in the toilet, so I have no chance of winning it. But I think we'll have final rankings next week, I would imagine.
Yeah, I mean, so there's one round left, so I'll try and do a wrap up, like a current leaderboard. So everyone's got an update coming into the final round. If you've got trades or whatever, you can attack it however you want. But yeah, that's been fun. That's been something a little bit different. Dream Team, obviously, it's sad that Mixer couldn't be involved. That was the original plan, to get Mixer involved with it, to have 4. But yeah, Dream Team obviously won't be a thing next year either. So probably the one and done for the Ultimate Fantasy Comp, but the World Cup will probably be changing a few things with the World Cup moving forward as well. So still plenty happening at Insight, that's for sure. Supercoach World's leveling up with NBA and NFL. And
are we going to tease the rebrand?
Well, I mean, it's hard to tease it without giving it away. But in saying that, Insight NRL as a brand in general is just going to be no more. I think that's probably the easiest way to say it, where kind of rebranding in a sense that this NRL Supercoach podcast itself will look a little bit different as of next year. It'll be called something a little bit different, and we're just trying to level up and make sure that we bring you better content next year. So stay tuned for that. We're still coming back. We'll be back as normal. The content might look a little bit different though, and I'd love to hear from everybody as to what they like from us. I know we've traditionally always gone long lives, and we've done hour to an hour 20 lives most weeks on Sundays and Wednesdays, but I'd love to see if people would like a little bit more short form content from us, like sub 30-minute stuff. So that's something that we're open to toying with next year as well.
Yeah, I sort of floated this with the boys. I was sort of looking at some YouTube analytics, and I've got a decent background in social media. I sort of floated to the boys, like, next year, do we do a podcast, or do we do like 2 30-minute videos, like one on a Tuesday, one on a Wednesday? Yeah, let us know what you guys want. We've made it no secret, like, the goal for us is to make as much money as possible. But obviously, to do that, we need to have engaging content that you guys watch. So we obviously want to have your opinion as well. So if you guys prefer the hour to hour 20 podcast, or you guys would prefer 3 30-minute segments each week, like it'd be a 30-minute wrap up and a 30-minute Tuesday, Wednesday, like 2 separate ones. So let us know. Works out to be the same content for us in terms of recording time, but yeah, we want to make sure what's best for you, and we've always got ambitions to grow Inside as much as we can. So yeah, we definitely want your feedback.
But cool new name. That'll be out SC Finals. So
Yes.
yeah, as of round 1 of the final series, all of our content will be rebranded as that new name. So looking forward to getting your feedback on that as well. But that'll do us, eh? We've kind of fluffed about enough at the end of this one. We dragged it out to an hour somehow. But one more round and we're done. For anybody who has, I'd love to know how many people have trades, to be honest. Maybe it goes by our view numbers, how many people have trades. Dropping a little bit. Yeah.
34 is the answer.
Yeah, right now, as of now. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate you all. It's round 26. I know it's definitely not lost on us that you're still tuning in round 26. So thanks for tuning in and watching. And hopefully you won your head-to-head grand finals, won some coin, or at least won some bragging rights against your mates. We'll see you on Wednesday for the final round 27 preview. See ya.
Cheerio.